rear brakes on a Toyota Camry hybrid. This has a electronic parking brake. You can see this mechanism right here. That's something you gotta be aware of. I'm not sure. I'm gonna read up more about how to, because that one that should be able to, I think you can disconnect it and you should be able to push the piston back, but you gotta be careful you don't mess up the mechanism in there. But then just even without going that far, look at the pad. This is a pad. This is a pad right there. You can see how much of it is left. There's no point of replacing them. You can see if this thing focuses, you can see how much meat is left. You can see how much of the pad is left. That's not a very good shot, so there is no point of doing anything. And then you're gonna end up replacing them with those pads, which are probably even lower quality than the OEM Toyota. So there's no point. You're wasting your time. I would just put it back together again and call it a day. And you always good to have a piece of cardboard with you. You wanna, even though I'm working on a parking lot, I always try to leave things clean the way I found it. Yep, so that next time you can even come and walk here again. So I got the jack right there. Let me show you how I got the jack. See, I got the jack right there. I got the stand. Stand is not even holding anything, but it doesn't matter. In case it falls, it's gonna fall on the stand. Always have stands, always. That's a safety precaution. You should always never lift a car with a jack without a stand, unless it's got the tires on it, and in case it falls, it will fall on the, if it's got the tire on, like now, if it falls, it will fall on the tire. That's not a big deal. So you see them, you see what I did, I torque them by hand. Always, if you can use a torque wrench, it's better, but always hand torque them with a breaker bar. The reason is, I can torque them using the gun, the earthquake. I can torque them using this, but the problem is, this thing torques them first of all, torques them too high of a spec, and in case somebody needs to change a tire, they won't be able to change a tire if I make it too tight with this, because the little tool they use to give you to change a tire on the side of the road is about the length. It's half the length of this. It's about here, and it won't give you enough leverage to get those tires loose. So always use by hand in case somebody has to replace a tire on the side of the road. Let's put the wheel cover on and check the other side. And when you place a jack, you're going to jack up a vehicle, be very careful. Make sure you have it on this lip. You see there's a plastic cover right here. Make sure it's on this. Let's reinforce the lip right here. And where I have the jack is the correct place. Be careful. You can jack up on here. This is a side skirt. You jack here, you're going to damage this side skirt. So always look for this lip right here and place your jack like where I have it is reinforced. Place your jack right there, because you can easily, don't be kicking your jack and just placing it anywhere. This is plastic and you will bend that. And another thing, be careful when you're prying these things. These things, especially when like these Toyota ones, these ones are good quality. They are strong, but sometimes you find either they have been beaten up by the weather, and some of these clips have been broken off. So always be careful, because be gentle when you're prying it, because you could end up breaking those things, and then that wheel cover is not going to stay on. That's also another safety precaution, is sticking the tire underneath the vehicle when you lift it up. In case it falls, it's gonna fall on the tire. Right now we have the jack stand right there. We have the tire right there. The vehicle is on the, there, I got a brain freeze. What's this thing called? It's on the jack. So that's, like I was telling you earlier, you see, just be careful where you lift it. Not every place is safe to lift it. Yeah, so this rear brakes, I've already shown the customer the other side and told them that they don't need to be replaced. As you can see, there's plenty of meat on that pad. That's a pad right there. That's a pad. It's got plenty of meat. The front side is good. They're like new. I'm happy I didn't have to mess with it because of this. This is an electronic e-brake. This car has automatic. The e-brake, the emergency brake, is automatic. And then to this mechanism operates the e-brake. But the issue is you got to be very careful. Right now you can see the e-brake is on. Once you put the car in park, the e-brake engages automatically. So there's a way of, you can actually put the car in, you can put the key on and the e-brake will disengage. But the main issue is you have to read up on it. If you push this piston, there's a piston here. If you push that piston, if you don't, some of them have there's a piston right there. Some of them have a procedure you have to go through, or else you damage that unit right there. I remember in the beginning, I used to work in a couple of shops, and there were instances where people damaged these mechanisms when they pushed that piston back manually. They forced it, because some vehicles, I think, either you have to do it by computer, if I'm correct, or some system you have to switch, either turn on, either unplug something to manually twist that, to let you twist that the mechanism. But anyway, like I said, this one, the brakes are good. I don't need to replace them. I'm kind of relieved. I didn't want to mess with that damn thing. I mean, it's not a big deal, but you never know. These things work good, and then immediately when you touch them, you open a whole can of worms. But anyway, put back together. Customer can return their pads they were gonna put on back to the auto parts store, get their money back, and the car, and it's good. I lost money on the brake job, but make some money on the transportation, and there's no point of cheating the customer. If those pads are good, they're probably even better pads than what they were going to replace them with, because those are probably genuine Toyota brake pads. Alright, let's put this thing back together again and call it a day. So those are our tools we were using today. We got a pry bar for the wheel covers. We got our jack. That's I just bought this one because I needed a low profile jack, meaning that this is low profile. It can go underneath shorter cars. You can see this car is quite tall, but you have some vehicles that are about this high, and you need a low profile jack. The earthquake, this thing will save you a lot of energy and time breaking bolts loose. We got a 1/2 inch breaker bar, 21mm socket, and we got our jack stand. All right, let's pack this thing up and call it a day. And something else that will save your knees is a kneeling pad. There's nothing, you see right there, this thing will save your knees. There's nothing like kneeling on this thing. This thing will chew you up. So don't be a hero. Get yourself a kneeling pad, save your knees, and it works better than knee pads, because knee pads tend to get in the way unless you get some really nice high quality ones. And this one is mobile, you can move around with it, and that will save your knee. You can see it's pollen season. Now everything is going to be covered in pollen. Anytime you do any work outside now, it's going to be yellow. Something else I always use, I always chuck the front wheels. You can see before I would be able to get this one out, but since lifting it up, the car shifted forward a little bit, so I always chuck the wheels. There's nothing as bad as lifting a car up and then it moves forward on you. So I always chuck the wheels, and you can see the car did shift a little bit, because before when I put these things on, they were just on, and the car shifted, so it moved forward a little bit. So I just reverse and get those out, and that's and also something else to save your hands, gloves all the time, and that will save your hands. And then, like you see, we left everything clean. We even pick other people's crap, just to be a good I don't know what this nasty shit. I don't know what the hell that was, nasty motherfucker. So you see, we leave everything clean the way we found it. Or we even leave it better than the way we found it. All right. As you can see, I left the place as I found it, nice and clean. No oil, no rags lying around. I put the vehicle in. I backed up the vehicle for the customer, and that's part of customer service. Yeah. So this was just transportation. So I'm just gonna get paid for coming and checking the rear brakes, finding that they're okay. I didn't want to mess with that electronic parking brake thing anyway. So it's a win-win situation for today, but next time I might have to get into it. That's it for the day. It's still early in the morning. That's about an hour's worth of work. Make sure I check around. I didn't leave any tools, because there's nothing as bad as losing tools. Tools are like kids, like family. You lose a tool, you'll never. It still pains me losing. I remember all the tools I've left. I can remember some of them. I can still remember. So look around, make sure you didn't leave any tools, and that's it. Time to go. Catch you guys next time.